Hey everyone, we are making a video today on how to create a food entry in MyFitnessPal and to convert raw food into cooked food. Now this is super important for accuracy purposes. The reason being is that the bedrock of this program is macronutrient accuracy. Because we know that there are some universal truths in terms of weight loss, like your calorie burn and your expenditure being greater than how many calories you consume gets you to lose weight. Similarly, in terms of the macronutrient split that you're going to be assigned by your coach, and the certain number of grams that you consume, this all leads to your body composition goals, whether that's just to build muscle and to be able to add on just muscle itself, or to be able to add on muscle and to be able to lose fat. So super crucial to be able to do this. The purpose of going over and converting raw to to cooked food is because the only way that the nutrition label is accurate, it is only accurate for raw foods unless the food is previously cooked. Take chicken breast, for example, which is what I'm going to be going over today in terms of the example. All of the things on the nutrition label there, that's just predicated on it being raw, and the weight of it is going to change once it ends up being cooked. I'll show you an example right here within MyFitnessPal. Take something like jasmine rice. I put this in. These are two verified results. Now notice here they're the best matches. The dry rice is significantly more caloric than the cooked rice. And the reason being is that the cooked rice has absorbed a bunch of water, and the actual rice grain itself, from a percentage standpoint, there's less of that rice in a cup when it ends up being cooked. Same thing is true for meat, a little bit of different concept based on the level of doneness that draws out more and more moisture. So bottom line, just to be able to be 100% accurate, you want to weigh and track all of your food raw, and then convert it to cooked, and I'm going to show you how to go about doing that. So the example I'm using today, like I said before, is chicken breast. I've already trimmed all the fat off. You don't necessarily need to do this. I did because I prefer not to have it, but I'll show you what the process looks like in terms of creating that entry within MyFitnessPal. So first things first, you take your raw chicken. I'm going to go ahead and zero the scale here. The bowl's on top, and we're going to put the chicken breast in, and you would do this with any meat, any vegetable, especially when you're making recipes, but even with a one ingredient recipe like this, we're throwing that all in the bowl. That brings out 1,182 grams. All right, from here, what's really important, you notice that this chicken, it's got this weighed out, but I also trimmed this fat off, so this number isn't necessarily accurate. We're gonna go off the nutrition label. Now with this package though, there's no label. Some of them will have a label on that. In this case, when it doesn't have a label, what you wanna do is you wanna go to the website and verify what that chicken nutrition facts is. So I'm gonna type in chicken breast here, into the HEB website, which is where we got it from. That's the brand. This is the chicken breast. And then if you scroll down here, you see the nutrition facts. So that's what I'm going to use within MyFitnessPal entry for every 112 grams, and I can do the calculations on the 1,182. That's how many calories and macronutrients are in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this into MyFitnessPal. I'm going to go ahead and bake this, and then after the fact, I'm going to show you how to go ahead and convert that and make the recipe. All right, chicken is cooked. Now we're gonna go ahead and weigh things out, and then we'll convert it in MyFitnessPal. So first things first, zero the scale. Taking the chicken, by the way, I use meat thermometer. You don't necessarily need to do that. I've also let it cool a little bit. That's helpful, not 100% necessary, but something I'd recommend doing. So if you remember, we're at 1182 before we started here. This is 858 cooked. So you can already see how drastic that difference is. Now we're gonna take the nutrition facts from the website that we talked about before, and we're gonna go ahead and make a food entry. So I go here to recipes. I'm gonna enter ingredients manually. Chicken breast, and again, you would name the weeks. Servings for this, we're gonna go with the cooked amount. So it's 858, it's 858 grams, and I'll show you why that is in just a second. Go to add ingredient, and then I'm gonna put this in, because again, we didn't have a label. Chicken breast, I'm gonna put boneless, skinless. All right, and so what we're looking to do is be able to match it up with what we saw on the screen. 110 calories is the starting point. I see on here 1 gram of fat and 24 grams of proteins. This is the right one, perfect. So we wanna go back in here, it's 112 grams, and we started out with 1182, right? We can go down to here to grams even, and then type in 1182. That's the calculated amount. Now this is what's in the whole chicken here, right? Hit that, that's all done, 858 grams cooked, save. I'm gonna use this throughout the week. So tomorrow, if I'm logging a meal, this is Kelsey's,
But if I were logging a meal and I wanted to use my chicken breast, what's cool here now is that I can go ahead and put in, let's say I wanted 100 grams of chicken. This calculates exactly how much fat and exactly how much protein is in exactly 100 grams of that cooked chicken, right? This is why this is so powerful and important, saved, and it's all done, okay? So that is how to go ahead and go raw to cooked. Again, the importance of this is to make sure that you have very, very accurate macronutrient cooking. And for you to make it a lot easier to be able to just cook in the beginning of the week and then be able to take it out of the fridge and then cook it yourself. One added tip I'll add in terms of, and I made reference to this, is just kind of letting things cool so you're weighing it at the same temperature. It's not the end of the world if you cook it right when it comes out of the oven or right off the grill, but it will change a little bit. But this will get you really, really accurate macronutrient counting and make your job a whole lot easier when you are cooking and preparing your food throughout the week. Hope you enjoyed.